Hello guys, welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about demons and shinobis. So yeah, let's begin, ladies and gents. So, we currently see our boy after, the battle between him and the throne. Or at least somewhat. We currently see our boy Izuku and, the guys and girls as they're currently, in the ground, or at least on the ground, as they currently see the throne that was damaged by the attack, as he would say this, "You insolent," as he would say, "take care of them, my angels, or disciples," he would say, as several more angels come out of nowhere, as he would say this, "Survived that? Very well then. Guess I'll have to take care of you myself." As he would get ready his, his Alice knife, which you forgotten looks like this. After getting out his knife, he would summon in more demons besides, besides Quetzalcoatl and Nibiru, or Nibiros. As after doing so, he would summon out. As he would say this, "Come forth, Abaddon!" As Abaddon would come out of nowhere, specifically from the ground, almost like he's phasing out of there, or at least phasing into the ground, similar to how, no clipping works, in Gmod specifically. As he would open his mouth, as he would say this, "Now, time for me to feast," he would say. As Izuku would say this, "Now, Abaddon, chomp them," he would say. As after saying that, he would fly into the sky with his wings on his, head, as he would, chomp on one of the angels, specifically eating 3 of them. As after eating 3 of them, one of them specifically, Yumi would say, "Izuku, mind telling me who is that?" she would say, as he would say this, "The Lord of the Abyss. He's also known as Abaddon, the one who's the source of all evil and plagues caused by humanity, or demons specifically." As after saying that, one of them would say this, specifically, Shiki. "Wow, that's really bad. Really bad, right?" she would say. As you would say, "Yes, that's completely bad, but at least he serves under me now. Now, let's take care of the rest of them down below," he would say. As you would see a few archangels getting ready their attacks. Or, wait for a second. As the archangels would get ready their swords, as you would say, "For our great and powerful leader, you shall pay with the price of death," they would say, as they would charge towards, the girls, including, Izuku, as he would say, "You don't learn," he would say, as he would say this, "Now," as he would say, "Come forth, Legion," he would say, as a mass of multiple faces and what I can say is pig hooves? Or at least that's what in the description said, that it's apparently pig hooves, not like what I thought it was before I actually saw it. Let's just say that. As you would say this, "Now, Legion." As Legion would get ready their attack, as you would say, "Now, Mudo." As after saying that, it would fire towards 2 different, archangels. As the archangels would be shot towards a piece of Mudo or dark, magic, as they would get hit, causing them to disappear in an instant, or get disintegrated, essentially. After doing so, he would basically jump into battle as well, as you'd say, "My turn," he would say. As he would grab his knife, as he would say, "Now, Hell Gaze," he would say, as he would look towards one of the demons nearby, as they would explode by the stare that he would give. Because, well, essentially, Hell Gaze is basically just staring at them till they freaking die. Or at least that's what the description said. Or at least that's my interpretation, because Hell Gaze is essentially a skill that literally, is a dark skill, essentially. So, after he does that, he would look towards another one, as he would say, "Now, Mamadine," he would say, as he would stab the ground with his Alice knife, causing eruptions of dark energy to basically burst out of nowhere, as it would basically hurt the multiple, archangels nearby. After doing so, he would say, "Who's next?" he would say, as he would look over and would see a principality. as you would see a winged figure, being that of principality, wearing, I guess you could say, a crown, as he would also, be wielding a staff as well. Wait for a second, my stomach. As the principality, which, if you don't know, also is a part of Izuku's, you know, group as well, or at least the hostile one is not a part of his group. As he would say this, "You'll pay for daring to enslave my brothers. Now prepare to." As he would say this, "Ugh, you're annoying." He would say, as after saying that, he would say this, "Mamodo." He would say, as after saying that, he would rush towards the the beast in question, aka the somewhat annoying principality, as he would stab him right in the heart, causing a large explosion of darkness to basically burst out of him. As he would say this, "This is getting much more easier and easier by the second," he would say. As he would notice some of the girls are being surrounded, or at least the guessing girls being surrounded by several angels. As most of them are basically just like regular angels and archangels, but he would notice one of them seems to be a bit different.
As a matter of fact, I'm the one who should be wondering about giving you a handicap. Japanese boys are so humorous, aren't they? Hey, if you're nice, a real lady might still give you that.
But even after 6 years, I recognized you right away, Hokie.
For a duel.
Sorry about that. Anyway, continuing on, there was, something happening and I accidentally, resumed the video. But either way, as he would see some sort of angel wearing some sort of sash around himself, wielding scales and some sort of book. And that type of angel is that of a dominion. As you would see this, "Oh, you unknowns, you who've been tainted by that man's sinful acts. I will purify you with my skill," he would say, as he would get ready to use his holy attack. But before he can, he would say, "Come forth," he would say. "Come forth, Lucifer," he would say, as after being arisen, or, being summoned, he would say this, "Now, who dares," he would say, as he would get ready his attack. As before the attack would actually strike, as before he can actually attack, he would see, or at least, Izuku would see something happening nearby. He would see Asuka currently, standing on her two legs, or at least somewhat, as she's currently getting ready her swords, as she's currently fighting someone. As he would recognize her as recognize her as Homura, one of the one of, I think it was, actually, what is the name of that school? Member of the Hibijo squad. As she's currently fighting against, Asuka, Izuku would just ignore it for now, thinking she can handle her for now. But for now, he would say this, "Lucifer, Morning Star." As Lucifer would raise up his hands, as his wings would basically raise up as well, a ball of pure almighty would rush towards, the group of several angels. As Izuku would say this, "Well then, time for me to take care of them as well," he would say. As he would say this, "Come forth, Orthros." As Orthros would say this, coming out of his device, or his phone. "Yes, master," he would say. As he would say, "Grab the girls immediately, before they get crushed," he would say. As after saying that, he would rush towards, the guessing girls and grab them with, his mouth, or his mouths, and one of them specifically, Yumi, would basically grab onto his back. After they got out of the blast zone, the blast would destroy, all of the angels nearby, destroying them with an instant. As Lucifer would say this, You really think that you can beat me, the king of hell himself, the one who betrayed God? Now, master, what is your next assignment, he would say. As he would say this, take care of the rest of the angels. And for now, he would say, as he would look towards Homer and the rest of the, of, well, the soon-to-be Crimson Squad, as he would say, guess I'll be taking care of them, he would say. After saying that, he would rush towards where Homura is. But, unbeknownst to them, they were being watched. We currently see our boy, Izuku, as he's being watched by 5 more girls. But not only that, some sort of device seems to be capturing the whole fight. As one of them would say this, my, he's quite the talented one, right? She would say, as a white-haired girl would be revealed, with short white hair specifically. She would say, yes, though he will be a great and terrible, enemy to face, we can probably persuade him. Though, after hearing Homura's, wait for a second, Homura's testimonies, it's gonna be a difficult one. But surely he'll be a great ally for us. Though, Daigo is still doing his own thing, she would say. As one of them would say this. Yeah, no kidding. He can be a bitch, she would say. He's still on the run though. But we did get in contact with Sensei though. As after hearing that, one of them would say, Sensei, what do you mean? Said the white-haired one once again, as the one that would be revealed to be talking with her was a brown-haired girl with 2 different colored eyes, one blue and one green. As she would say, it seems that he's captured something known as the Yasaka bead, or at least something of that sort. Apparently, he's planning to use it to summon some sort of demon. Or apparently, or at least one of those creatures that the son of Kiria, has to summon. Or at least, the ability to summon those creatures, she would say. After saying that, one of them would say this. That's certainly going to be a problem, said one with, let's just say, a unique style. She kind of resembles that of, Murasaki Shikibu from Fate Grand Order. She looks like that, but except, well, if you basically took her from Fate Grand Order and made her more, well endowed, to say the least. But, she's already well endowed, but, more Senran Kagura-ified, I guess you could say. As after saying that, she would say this. I see. Then, guessing if we're going to be trying to find a way to get him onto our side, we'll still need to get some more information about him. Right, girls? As you would say, right, said all of them in unison. But before anything could happen, they would hear an explosion, seeing that, and after looking back at, the rest of, Crimson Squad, or at least soon-to-be Crimson Squad, they would be flung out of the, out of the area, as you would see Izuku actually did that with his arm, as you would say, easy, he would say, as you would look towards, our girl, Asuka, as she would say this, Izuku, you're here, and, wait, how did you, as he would say, one of the people there, guessing squad, apparently they told me to help you out over here, especially since demons decided to show up. As she would say, oh, right, thank you. After hearing that, one of them would say this, so these things are called demons? Well, that's surprising. I thought they would be called angels. As one of them would say this, specifically, a platinum blonde-haired girl, as she would say this. Yes, I could imagine that, but at the same time, but they also call themselves angels. Maybe it's a racial thing, she would say. As she would basically, put her glasses up a little bit more, as they're slipping. As one of them would say this. I wonder what he feels like when he's going to punch me, she would say. Said a blonde-haired one with a similar eye colors to the brown-haired one, as she would say this. Oh, shut up, you! As before anything else, the screen would fade to black once again. So yeah, this is going to be the end of this episode because we're running out of time right now. So yeah, bye bye!